No nonsense gin drinking. All gin, no nonsense.
Guten Tag, gin lovers. Welcome back. Ich bin Bobby Freeman. And as you can tell by my perfect use of German there, this is a German gin special. Now, the reason I've decided to do this is because I looked at my statistics the other day, and my biggest audience is by far the USA. Hello, Americans. Closely followed by people here in the UK. But my third biggest audience is actually Germany. And I thought to myself, as far as I'm aware, I think we've only done one German gin before. That was way back when we did the Monkey 47. So I thought to myself, I am going to make an effort to feature more German gins for my Germanic, I'm not sure if that's the right word, for my German friends over in Deutschland. And I thought if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. So I've dived. I've jumped in at the deep end and I've gone for some proper, pure German gin. So first of all, we have this little fella, which is called MonTan Gin. Now, I know nothing about these. These are straight from Germany. They've even, all the stuff on the back is written in German. So this is going to be quite a sort of a strange journey here. The second one here I know even less about, and it's rather amusingly called Grafcox Gin, and that one has even less on it. There's virtually nothing. So luckily I've managed to use a sort of a clever app which transcribes the writing on the back of this one. But this one, we are literally wading into unknown German waters. So let's get stuck in, my friends, and see what Germany has to offer. But just very quickly before we do, a few of you who didn't see my last video are probably wondering why I'm wearing this coat over the top of the gin shirt. And that is simply because I'm in my studio here and I have no heating here. It's my garage and it's just dropped below freezing. So I tried to put up with it for a few videos, but today it's just too cold, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep the coat on. And secondly, you're probably wondering why I've got a kitchen roll here on the side. Well, that is simply because not only is it freezing cold in here with no heating, I also have a leaky roof, so I have to use that whenever it drips onto the side, which it will do periodically throughout the video. Which is interesting, isn't it? Because you hear about these YouTubers that earn millions of dollars and live lavish lifestyles. Well, clearly I am not anywhere near at that level yet, so until I am, or until the weather gets a bit warmer, I shall have to keep the coat and the old kitchen roll, I'm afraid. Anyway, let's have a look at these gins, shall we? So as I said, I've translated the text on the back of this bottle and it reads thusly. Now, I was going to attempt a German accent, but to be honest, my German kind of drifts a little bit into French, Swiss, sort of Dutch and everything else. So I didn't want to offend anyone. So I shall just read it normally, but occasionally throughout the video, I shall drop in the word das and und, and any other German words which I sort of feel are appropriate. Vorburg products, I guess they must be made by Vorburg. Did it say Vorburg on there? Can't see it anywhere. Oh, yes, it does right at the bottom, huge, great big writing. Vorburg products have stood for gin since 1923. Even today, almost everything is done by hand. The taste of this gin is shaped by 5 ingredients. Netrid, I have no idea what netrid is, maybe that's a German thing. Cardamom, lime, raspberry, and this is definitely a German word, Kiefernkup. And again, I've absolutely no idea what Kiefernkup is. Do you know what? I could probably look it up, but I kind of don't want to. I think we're just going to keep that as a bit of a mystery. I'll see if I can spot the Kiefernkup in the flavours. Few ingredients are honest, down to earth, as honest as his homeland, the Ruhr area. That makes no sense. I think it might be slightly lost in translation there, but I think we get the general idea. So then, let's get the old top off, shall we? And this one I do believe has a cork. So this is the first German cork test.
The German Cork Test.
So do we have a squeak? Oh my God, an absolutely beautiful squeak. A great start for the German gin. What about the German port? Here we go. Oh, not too bad. About a medium level port, I would say, but not too bad for a first try. Right, let's get it. Where are my glasses gone? I didn't prepare very well for this video. What the hell have I done with the damn things? Ah, there they are. Right, here we go. You don't get that on other YouTube channels, do you? So let's get one in the glass and have a good old sniff, shall we? So, ooh. Do you know what? It smells kind of, it's not really overpowering or anything, but there's almost a kind of a grapiness to it. Which one was, Givine, conveniently placed over there, which was a French gin, and that was made with grapes. It didn't say anything about grapes. What did it say? Raspberry, didn't it? Raspberry and Kiefernkup. I'm not sure if I'm detecting the Kiefernkup yet, but no, you never know. Let's get it in the old mouth and find out, shall we? So a tiny bit of tonic in there. What ABV is this? I've got a feeling it's not too bad. I checked it earlier. 43%, so kind of about average what you'd expect for a London dry gin. So let's get a bit of tonic in there. So here we go. What was it? MonTan Gin, all the way from Germany. I say cheers. Whoa! Ooh. Okay. Now, as you know, I've tried a lot of gins on this channel, but I did wonder if I try some gin from somewhere where I've not really tried it before, is it going to be something completely different? And it definitely is. It's actually very, very subtle flavours. You don't get much as it first enters the mouth, but then there's kind of a sort of a soft fruitiness to it, and I'd say it's kind of almost like a sort of a, I don't know, a sort of a berry sort of taste to it, the sort of essence of the forest fruits about it, which, to be honest, I guess must be the raspberry, because you don't get raspberries very often in gin, very, very rare. Even in the pink gins, not many of them have raspberries in there, but you can definitely get it, but I wouldn't say it's like a massive overpowering. You might not even spot it if you didn't know there was raspberries in there, to be honest. And it's kind of backed up, which gives it a lovely sort of, a very gentle citrusy edge. There's not much citrus in there. The flavours are all quite subtle, but beautifully balanced. Beautifully sort of harmonic, but the harmony is kind of not quite, the volume is a little bit lower on the harmony. And as I say, I don't think I've ever encountered those two flavours together before, raspberry and lime. We've had orange and lime a couple of times with the Masons one over there. That was, wasn't it, orange and lime leaf. We also had from one from Aldi, which was also orange and lime, but raspberry and lime, don't think we've done it before. And to be honest, if someone had told me lime and raspberry, I'd have been a bit like, that's probably going to be straying into the realms of novelty gin, but it definitely is not. It's 100% a gin. Can I get anything weird like that? What was the funny word again? The Kaifem coupe. Can I get a Kaifem coupe in there? Yeah. There is a kind of a sort of a lingering something kind of on the periphery of the flavours, which I certainly haven't tasted before, but maybe it's just this combination of those things I haven't tasted before. Anyway, I don't know, but there's something unique in there. And all in all, it's as a gin, well, obviously this is a gin channel and I'm drinking gin, it is very, very nice. A little bit weird, a little bit quirky, but it's nice to have something different. We try a lot of gins on this show. I would say that is absolutely a really genuinely good gin. So then we've sort of waded into the shallows of the sort of unknown German gin waters here. Let's sort of delve a little bit deeper, shall we? And we go into the sort of this metaphor is getting a bit weird, isn't it? So as I said before, this has even less information. I found almost nothing about it on the internet. We've got nothing about it on the label. We've got a lovely chap there who's sort of a rather smartly dressed fellow with a top hat and a bow tie holding a rather flamboyant glass. That doesn't really tell us much though. I can tell you that it is 40% volume, so ABV. So it's not particularly strong, but let's give it, and it hasn't got a cork, so let's just crack the old thing open and have a sniff, shall we? So in we get a good old, blimey, that is a good old measure. I got a bit carried away there, so stick that over there, married up with the old, I didn't sniff it, hang on a minute, here we go, the sniff test, hang on. Holy shit! Sorry about that, but that was quite a shock, that's quite a surprise. That's nothing like nothing I've ever smelled a gin before. Do you know what it smells like? It smells like, I don't know if you've had those sweets or candy, as you say in America, Jolly Ranchers. You can sometimes find them over here, but you mostly get them in America, I think. And that smells exactly like Jolly Ranchers. They do like a sort of I think they do like a melon flavour or something. It smells exactly like that, like a sort of a watermelon-y sort of flavour. So, as I say, I've definitely not had a sort of a watermelon gin before. So I say, my friends, I think we married up with the tonic and see what's going on. So here we go. I put a bit more tonic in because I poured a right royal measure there. I think that'll probably be about right. So here we go. What was it called again? Oh yes, of course. Grafcox Gin, rather musingly named. I say cheers. Wow. Okay, that was a gin, no, my previous gin in my last video, the Brussels sprout gin, the one over here. That was a gin, I said, that tastes absolutely nothing like it smells, which is probably good because it smelled absolutely awful. However, my friends, this is one that tastes exactly how it smells because it's just amplifying that aroma I was getting, that sort of Jolly Rancher sort of element to it, and it is just transferring it to the taste because it just It just tastes like a pack of those Jolly Rancher sweets. I can't think of any other way to describe it. And it kind of lingers as well. It stays in the mouth like sort of an echoey sort of memory of those flavours. It doesn't disappear very quickly. Some of them sort of evaporate and dissipate very quickly. This is a sort of a lingerer, lets you know it's been there. Now, as I say, there's almost nothing about it on the internet, but I have done a little bit more research because it was so kooky and so weird. And the only thing I can find on one website which is not related to this gin is that it does say it's made with watermelon, which absolutely makes sense. But it also says something rather bizarre, and that's that apparently there's sort of after notes of pork. Now, I'll have another go, but I don't think... No, there is not. I mean, that's a very odd thing to say because, you know, I'm a man who likes to eat meat. Right? I am quite happy snaffling down a pork chop any day of the week, and I'm pretty sure I would recognise there's pork in the gin. I kind of made me think now I would quite like a pork flavoured gin, but I don't know what they're talking about there. It is pure, not even very multi-layered. It's a very, very dominant flavour. It's like the flavour is just sort of a great big guy who's walked into a party and just plonked himself down, and there's no room for any of the other guests. It's just about him. So I suppose the question is it nice? And to be honest, yeah, I quite enjoy it because I like those Jolly Rancher sweets. I love those sort of strong flavours, and I like the watermelon flavoured one. To be honest, it doesn't really leave much room for the juniper or any of the other gin flavours, but to be honest, you know, sometimes gins do that, and I don't really mind, to be honest. It's still a gin at its core, but I'd say only just about. It's hanging on by the skin of its teeth. So then, two very, very unique German gins over here. I just realised I forgot to say Das or Und. I'll try and pop them in now before the end of the video. So what are they going to cost you? How hard is it going to hit you in the old pocket? Well, the Grafcox over here, I can tell you, is a very pocket-friendly, well, I'll do it in euros first because it's only available in Germany. It's 30 euros, which is about £26 or $36. And as you know, for a small distillery, I am in fact, no, that's even below my normal bracket, my £30 bracket. So that's a pretty cheap gin, although it is one of the smaller bottles, so in which case it's about bang on, I would say. However, my friends, Das Grafcox is even more friendly on the old pocket because it is a meagre 26 euros, which is £23 and $31, $31 I should say. So that, and although again it is one of the smaller bottles, still works out at a very, very cheap gin. So I tell you what, these Germans, they know how to make not only a very unique flavoured gin, but also very, very affordable too. So guys, I literally had no idea what this video was going to be like. They've been on the shelf for a while, these, and I've been kind of putting them off just because I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, but it's been kind of fun delving into gins where we know nothing about, and there's even like a language barrier as well. And what a couple of gins we have found, both very, very different and very, very unique in their own way. So I would say, again, I don't know if they're available outside of Germany. I got these from Germany, but if you do come across them or any other German gins, if these are anything to go by, I think you're going to be in for a very big treat. And I recommend both of these to you, particularly my friend, the older Grafcox, not only for the amusing name, but also for the sheer uniqueness of it. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed Das video today. If you have, then please, as always, if you haven't already, subscribe to my show and press the like button on the video and the bell icon. This is getting a bit confusing. And the bell icon so you get notified when all my new videos come out. And if you want to support the show, then head over to Das Patreon or click Das join button below Das video. But until next time, guys, you know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and members and keeping, oh God.